meeting some of the things that I knew I loved. And, oh, friends, we're live. Hey, flower friends. Let me see if I can see if we're really live here. All right. How's everybody doing this evening? Trying to get up. There we are. We are really live. Hey, flower friends. It is your friend in flowers, Lisa Mason Ziegler, and I'm so glad to be with you this evening. First off, it was really convenient that I was going to be talking about gloves tonight because I'm freezing. I've got the heat blowing, if you can hear it in here. So I got a little chilly, and Christmas is in the air. At least you think that, watching TV and listening to the radio, right? But before we get into all that, and I can't wait to share with you my latest favorite tool, and I can't wait to tell you what I did with this today. These two items just made my day so much easier today, and I'm going to share that with you in just a few minutes here. So friends, if this is your first time here, my name is Lisa, and I have been a professional flower farmer for the past 25 years, and now I'm on a mission. And that mission is to help other people to grow, cut flowers, whether it's for pleasure in your backyard, for home, or for profit. You want to start a flower farm. And I do that by sharing what's going on here on my flower farm, with demonstrations, offering the same tools, seeds, and supplies that I actually use here on my farm. And I create resources. I've written books, I have online courses, and we have a ton of resources over at thegardenersworkshop.com. So tonight the show is, I know that we've all heard it. Christmas is definitely in the air, right? Or at least they're trying to convince us of that. And I'm preempting. We don't normally do this particular show this early, but in years past, we've just learned sometimes it's better to be earlier than to miss out. And so tonight I'm going to share some really great gardening gifts, whether you have a gardener or a non-gardener on your list, or maybe it's you making your own wish list for somebody, right? We'll be looking at the big calendar journal, and to remind everybody that we have a few of those seed grab bags left that are 70% off. And then I will be doing a little Q&A at the very end of the show. So if you have a question, you can put it in the comments at Lisa, and then put whatever your question is, and I will gather those up at the end of the show and answer some of them. And friends, I would just want to thank everybody for sharing about our live gardening shows, because friends, we have so many new people coming all the time, and I know that's because of you guys. And you can, right down at the bottom of your app, there's a button down there where you can invite your friends and let them know that you're over at a live gardening show, and ask them to come on over if you'd like to, and then y'all can chit chat in the actual comments, right? Now, just another reminder, and I say this because every week it happens. When you're placing an order and you're checking out, if you would please check your email address for typos and your cell phone number or your phone number. We need those for shipping tickets to actually be able to send you a tracking ticket. So please check that out. And it's a frequent flyer. I screw up mine. Mine is so long all the time. So please double check that when you're checking out. Now, if you've just happened upon us off of one of the social media platforms, I'm so glad you're here. But what you need to know is that we do have a phone app. This is what it looks like. It's totally free. The reason you'd like to be inside the app is that you can submit questions. You can carry on conversations with the other live viewers. And then like on the Friday show, we have a giveaway. Well, you have to be in the app for all of those things to happen, because we can't see if you're not inside our app. So to get it, all you have to do is head over to your phone's app store, search Gardener's Workshop, And then download, we have two apps. You want to download the Shop app. That's where I am. They're both free, and you're welcome to both of them. Download the app, jump right back over here. It'll take you 60 seconds, and we'll be right here waiting for you. So hopefully I will see you there. And when you're inside the app, we have special offers here. One said thing is in the app only, this is not available on our website, is when you do a seed packet only order, shipping is free. We pay the shipping. And that is not available. It is not possible for our website to be able to do that just for seeds. Okay? So only in the app, when you order just seed packets, shipping is on us, right? And there's also a capped shipping on product shipping. So if you buy 1 item or 10 items, you only pay $11.95 over here. These are special offers that are exclusive to inside our phone app, and we do ship to all 50 of the United States. All right, my friends. If you see people throwing out the sunflower emoji in the comments, those are we call them the TGW family. That's our online course students and members of my private flower farmer club. And we just love it when they send us that love. So I want to kickstart this with some ultimate stocking stuffers for the non-gardeners in your life. This is for anybody that owns a home or has a patio that they mess around on, or just have anything outdoors to take care of, right? So we're gonna kick this off, and actually, instead of me trying on one of these pairs of, this is what they look like new, y'all. But these are the pair that Suzanne and I were out in the garden today, and I always wear mismatched gloves because I just pick up whichever. We have baskets of all the mediums, all the smalls, and we just grab 2, and this is me. So these are my gloves. These are the lightweight Atlas gloves. I've worn these gloves since before 2005. I had my first pair before we launched the online store of our company, and friends, I just cannot even tell you. I have cousins that milk cows in these. Construction shirt workers wear them, warehouse workers, post office, especially people that work in warehouses. And quilters wear these. They're super grippy. And so we'd actually send you a new pair. We wouldn't send you a pair of one of these old ones. And they come in assorted colors, and they come from extra small to large. Now, did you see how they fit on me? You want them to fit like a surgeon's glove. You don't want any excess fabric. That's what allows you to do anything. It literally, when I was signing on to get this show up, I had these gloves on. I mean, you can just do anything in them because they feel like second skin. And you know what the best part is? They are only $8.95 a pair. I mean, they are the most cost-effective and best glove out there. So you can get 1 pair for $8.95 or a 4-pack for $31.95, which makes them $7.99. Suzanne often tells the story of how she just has a basket of assorted new gloves on her buffet in her dining room, and when they have company come over and they're doing gift swaps, Suzanne literally just lets them pick out their own color and size. These are the gift that you will give that people will thank you for all year. These are amazing for whether you're a gardener or, excuse me, you're just doing a lot of stuff with your hands, moving boxes, any of that. Now, those are the Atlas Lightweight. Oh, and I didn't even bring them up, y'all. Here I am already messing up. So we'll bring those up. And the colors are assorted. You don't get to select colors. They're sent to us assorted. We don't really know what colors we're getting. But they're all great, bright colors. And I will tell you this, so you know how I wear different colors. We met 4 girlfriends. We used to do shopping shows in person, right? Christmas shopping shows. And we do a big one in Richmond every year, the Bazaar. And we had 4 girlfriends that would always come. And they just told us the sweetest story of how they all bought gloves in different colors at the show, and then they swapped colors. And so, because they don't live in here in Virginia together. They're all from all over the country. They come together once a year in December. And how having the opposite colored glove on makes them think of the person that has the other glove. And I just thought that was super duper sweet. And I kind of do that now because I kind of think about that. And that's just super cool. All right, so that's the lightweight Atlas glove. Now there is a heavyweight, same glove. It's just more heavy duty. And so the sizing on these is unisex. It's the same as the other. However, it comes from small up to extra large. We have brick masons that wear these, quilters, golfers. The grip is just unbelievable. And again, you want it to fit like second skin, and they run a little big. That's why I wear a medium in the lightweight ones. It's the same, it's the true on this one. So these they're the same price, $8.95, or you get a 4-pack for $31.95. And I mean, car mechanics, Steve uses it when he's rubbing the chrome on his Harley. I mean, it protects your hand. You know what else it's awesome for? Either one of them are good for this. To have a pair in your kitchen to open jars with. I mean, because you're gripping the bottom and the top, I have really bad hands now, and they work really, really great. So so this next one is another great gift, no matter if you are a gardener or not. This is an outdoor marker pen. You can mark on wood, plastic, masking tape, and it just doesn't fade away as other brands of those ones that we all use all the time, but they're not for outdoors. This is made to resist UV rays and moisture. And so this is one that everybody will absolutely love. And once you have one of these, you'll never want to be without them. So that is the waterproof garden marker. Now, this one I used today also. This is our sod and harvest knives. And this is actually, is this the set? I can't always see. Nope. They're separate. All right, so let me show you this one first. So these are the greatest little gifts. I have one of the big ones on every single lawnmower. Believe it or not, we have more than one mower. On our tractors, you just use it for so much stuff. It's a little serrated cutter, and it's a Japanese sod cutter. I mean, literally, they use it to cut sod, right? I use it for all different kinds of things. I like the shorter one when I'm doing kind of heavy, putting more muscle into it, cutting. And this is $9.95, y'all. This is one of those things that anybody that does anything outdoors would absolutely love to have one of these. And especially if you have, I mean, whether it's potted plants or out in your garden. And so this is the 2.5 inch, and I'm going to show you this one next. You can compare them. And so this is the 4.5 inch. This one is the bomb for ripping open leaf bags or mulch bags, whatever you're putting down. Literally, you just stab it and pull it, and it just busts wide open. I also cut plants out of the ground with this. I harvest my greens like kale and lettuces and things. And even, I can tell you this from firsthand experience, even when you leave it outside to get rusty, it still works like a gem, y'all. I have rusty ones all over this farm because they get left outdoors. But these are the greatest little cutters. And I also use it. We often wrap things around our tiller. The big tiller on the tractor, I mean, whether it's string or maybe it's irrigation tape or something gets caught. This is the gem that gets it off. They're both $9.95. And these are ones that you're going to want to have yourself, but anybody you give it to will absolutely just find so many different uses for it. This next one is my sister's most favorite thing to talk about. This is the weather stick. And people, it's so funny. When we used to do those shopping shows, we used to sell hundreds of these at shopping shows. And people would stop and look at it because we had this great display set up. and they'd read what it says, and they're like, you can see the look on their face. Oh, this is a hoax, you know? It's not, y'all. So this is the weather stick, okay? There's a little hole right here where you nail it outside. So you look out your window so you see it from the side. You can put it on a pole. My father-in-law actually put his right on the outside of his window on where they sat in the kitchen. And when rain is coming, this stick will bend, sometimes even down so far it'll almost touch whatever it's attached to. But when the weather is fair, it goes up here. This is balsam wood. It truly works. I mean, it's pretty amazing. There are so many testimonials and funny little stories on the back of it. This is a gift for anybody that has a place outside they can nail it up. It becomes the first thing they look at every morning when they get up. It is, how much is this? This is $10.95. Kids who love science, but if you have a weather bug in your house, somebody that's watching the rain, measuring the rain, all that mess, they will love this. $10.95. This is one of the things that we've always sold out of because it's just a great gift. I mean, this is for the person that you just don't know what to get for them, right? So that is the weather stick. Now, what is up next? So this is another one of our little English tools. It's called the Pet and Garden Scoop. Well, it holds only 1 cup of food or water. I find it is really, really useful for watering, especially if you have houseplants in your house that are in an awkward, kind of hard place to get to. This works really, really good for that. It is really what Suzanne uses hers for is filling one of those tall column bird feeders where you can fill it up. I mean, it just makes it really simple. This is super cute. And this is, how much is this? It's 1 cup, $7.95. And it's kind of kid-sized. So this is a really great way. And see, it has a little hole right there so you can put a string and tie it to whatever it is that you're measuring. Maybe if it's pet food or something, you can keep it attached. This is a super useful, really cute, and it is only $7.95. So that's a really good one. So this is another top seller when we were at the shows. This is called a tick key. And here where I am anyway, we're heading out of tick season. Tick season here is about 7 or 8 months. And this is pretty serious business, y'all. You know, my husband's had Lyme's disease and it was pretty devastating. And ticks are everywhere. And this is called a tick key because it has a hole in it so you can put it on your keychain. But see this? There's